Oh, things are about to get bad. Hurry, I need some light. Run! I gotta get out of here. Start the episode. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Adventures of FoxFoil. You might be wondering, what was that intro all about? And well, you're just going to have to stick around because it's going to be coming up later. But for now, let's go over what we are going to be doing in today's episode. A couple episodes ago, we built this wall along the river. And originally my plan was to continue to build this wall going along the river this direction and along over in this direction back towards the mob farm. And I was really wanting to try to make this build fit in with the other two. But you'll notice that with these other two builds, they have a similar style that this one is a little bit different from. And I got a comment on the video that suggested rather than having the build be fitting in with the rest of the builds in the area, to have it be something that was standing out a little bit more. And the comment was suggesting that what this build could be is a structure from a more distant past that was built here, and then that the other structures were built in the same style or to imitate that style at a much later point. And I thought that that idea was really great. And what we are going to do is replace this river with a canyon, and that canyon is going to extend both over onto this side of the build, along this side of the build, and all around, and really make this build be an island in the center of this area, and then we are going to continue to build the city up around it. But in order to do that, we are going to need to do a lot of digging because there is a lot of land in this area, there's a lot of water in this area. So let's get started with clearing this space out so we can actually do some building. Have looked like it took a long time, but that was a lot of digging and a lot of removing of water just to get this ravine all into place. And while I was doing that, I thought it would be good to go through and get this whole area expanded. So I've extended the area that we can build on over to the cactus farm, so it's got a plenty of space. And in addition to working on the ravine over here, we are going to do a little bit of work on the entrance into our mob farm here, as well as leading up into the bamboo farm. So lots of different projects, but we need a lot of different resources to get this building started. Over here in the villager trading hall, we have a lot of trading that we are going to need to do because we are going to need cyan. So we have to get some lapis to get blue dye. I've already been trading some rotten flesh to get some emeralds up. We'll also need to get some glowstone. We're going to trade the regular stone with the masons, and then we have to get some glass from our librarians over there in the background. And we are going to need a lot of glass. I'll probably have to fill up all of these shulker boxes with glass. So no time to waste. I gotta get some trading done. One of the benefits for trading for glass is that it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. You get 4 for every 1 emerald, so it's a lot faster than trading some of the other items. Well, I think I finally finished gathering all of the resources that we are going to need today, and it took forever to get it all collected up. And in order to have a place for everything, I had to create this little mini storage room here, which, as you can see, has a lot of different chests. And all of the resources that we took that time to collect are in these chests. So we've got the glass here. Over here, we've got the cobbled deep slate. There's some blackstone, more glass in here. I think there's blackstone in here somewhere. Where is it? There we are. Yeah, we've got the blackstone here. We've got quartz, all of these different types of blocks. You've even got some stuff over here too. Now, what I need to do as well is go over to the super smelter because I have a bunch of basalt which needs to be smelted up as some smooth basalt. While I was doing the digging, I did let the bamboo farm run a little bit, and we've got quite a bit going here. I mean, all of these chests are completely filled with bamboo, so we are in a pretty good position. Once I upgrade to 1.20, we'll be able to use all of this bamboo to turn into bamboo planks to fuel the super smelter. And the only reason I haven't upgraded to 1.20 yet is that I've been waiting for the replay mod to come out. And that will definitely be ready to go before the next episode. And what we can do then is go out and take a look at all of the new features and start exploring. So definitely looking forward to that. And away they go, getting all of the basalt smelted up. Now, it should take just a little while for those to go through. We can see if we come over here once they start coming in. And yep, there we go. So just like that, we should be getting plenty. While we wait for the basalt to smelt up, one of the things that we need to do is to start outlining where the sides of the ravine are going to come down, because this wall here obviously is not how the finished wall is going to look. And I need to do a little bit of planning to get the outline in place before we start filling in all of the blocks for the side. Now, the other issue that we are going to have is for our smelter, it juts out right here like this. And so I'll need to figure out a way to smoothly integrate the wall so that it doesn't have this sort of blocky exterior where the super smelter is. So you can start to see what the idea is for this ravine. And we have a range of blocks. Now, the gradient is not going to just be made up of stone, cobble, deep slate, and blackstone, but these are the three primary colors. And then we'll have a few other different blocks mixed in to make it a little bit of a smoother transition between the three of them. I just wanted to use the three because that'll be a little bit easier as far as framing out the area that we're going to do the ravine in. So you can see how I'm going to adjust to make room for this area where we have the super smelter. I'll need to do the same thing over on this side where we have a little bit of the bamboo farm sticking out as well. But now that we have the idea of what the pattern is going to be and sort of how we're going to fit it in with the area, it's time to get started with the building. And what was a short amount of time for you was a little bit longer for me, but we have finished the building for today, and let's go ahead and take a look at what we did. From up here, you can get a real sense of the fog effect that we created with the glass in the ravine, and it came out exactly what I was hoping it would be, with this sort of mysterious effect that it adds to the area. And then over here, we have the towers and the fountain leading up to where our mob farm is, and this is a good start to the entrance to this area. This is another view that I really like how it turned out with the ravine and then the wall going around. So you can kind of get a sense that the bamboo farm, or the structure on top of our bamboo farm, is really set apart from the rest of the area. And if the size of the mob farm was not a good indicator of the scope and the scale for the projects that I want to do here, these towers add a lot more. I mean, just standing down underneath them, you can see these are pretty substantial in size, but they are just for the entrance. So the rest of the builds that we're going to be putting in this area are going to make these look smaller. And I have already started working on the plans for what I want to do to fill in this area here and this area over here, because this is not going to stay with these trees. We are going to expand this land out a bit more in the future as well. As we add in more structures, you're going to see this consistent theme with the block palette and the style to match in with the cactus farm and the mob farm that we've already built. And that's really what I was going for when I came up with these designs, because that'll further emphasize that our bamboo farm over here was built by a different group of people, and it's really going to be set apart from the rest of this area. As you saw in the intro, this area down here is pretty dangerous. We've got a bunch of creepers and other mobs because it's not all the way lit up. I'll need to go through and light that up some more, because we don't want to have a bunch of mobs down here just waiting for something to happen. That would be bad. We have made a lot of progress on our city, and this area is coming together really nicely. I am super excited with how much progress that we have made. In the next episode, we are going to be taking a look at some of the 1.20 features, which are going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to go out and start exploring and see some of the new areas. So if you want to see more of that, definitely check out the next episode. We will also be doing more projects over here, and I have some ideas for the next farms that we are going to get started on. But until then, thank you so much for joining me. It's been great having you here. I look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, see you later.